my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso only on SABC3. Thank you for tuning in on this fresh Monday morning. We're talking about the 37th annual Loeries Awards right now that took place this past weekend in Durban. Of course, the Loeries Awards bringing together creatives from across the continent to celebrate the best in advertising. And earlier on this morning, we looked at some truly innovative and interesting campaigns. And we have some more for you. I think some that are really, really impactful as well.
I know. Well, we're looking at some of the gold winners, and one of the campaigns was #TheDress. Now, I don't know if you remember, not too long ago, #TheDress became a worldwide phenomenon. Millions of people around the world were furiously debating, is it white and gold, the dress, or is it black and blue? Well, the Salvation Army used the same campaign to highlight issues of domestic abuse by publishing an abused woman wearing a white and gold dress, but with bruises on her body.
Wow.
And the caption was, "Why is it so hard to see black and blue?" Now, the campaign made 640 million media impressions in 179 countries and became the most shared PSA campaign in South African history.
Sure.
That just gave me goosebumps.
That is incredible.
That is amazing.
Absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Loved seeing that. Definitely deserved to win. Then we're taking a look at another one I think that is equally as striking. I mean, many people actually don't know this, but in Egypt, saying your mother's name is strictly taboo.
What?
You cannot say your mother's name, yes. If you ask a man on the street what his mother's name is, you know, he will be very reluctant to tell you. So this taboo comes from an old cultural practice in which people actually fear ridicule or embarrassment of their mother's name when it is used. This is even applicable when she passes away. She becomes known as the mother of her eldest son when people talk about her. All right, so basically on Mother's Day, a social media campaign was launched called #MyMother'sNameIs, and it went viral almost instantly.
Yeah.
So people across the world, including Egypt, started saying their mother's name using the hashtag, and it opened up the debate on gender equality, giving mothers in Egypt their identity back.
Wow.
Hey?
I love that. I love
I did not know that.
Well, then the final one we have for you is the Cup of Life. And in recent years, visits to the World War II exhibit at the National Museum of Military History has been on the decline. So to reignite interest in school students, they decided to bring the conflict of World War II to life again.
Nice.
And what they did was they used a tin cup, which would have been used by soldiers for a number of purposes. They embedded a chip and a microphone into the cups and sent them off to classrooms in South Africa. Now, when students activated the devices and placed them against the wall, they would hear the voices of soldiers in the trenches, transporting kids back in time and renewing their interest. They were keen to visit the War Museum.
That is incredible. I love that.
That is amazing.
I can just imagine, you know, just hearing those, because, you know, for me, it's always something I would love to do is to transport myself back in history, see what things were really like, especially to something like the World War II and what the guys actually at the forefront went through. Just listening to their voices in the trenches. I mean, wow.
And you know what? This is like bringing our history books back to life, because we all remembered how thick those books were, and you were like, oh, not interested in learning about history. But it's making history interactive, and when you transport people back to that time, that's how you learn, and you'll never forget that.
I need to go to that museum. I need to go check it out. Absolutely. Well, there we go. That's how we wrap up these 37th annual Loeries Awards. Very, very exciting campaigns came out of it this year. So that was the wrap up. But right now, though, it is that time of the morning. Zoe standing by.